We begin a new series of plays at 9:30 with Tumbledown, based on the experiences of Lieutenant Robert Lawrence during and after the Falklands conflict. And that's in half an hour here on BBC One.
The 9 o'clock news from the BBC with Martin Lewis and Philip Hayton.
A promise to work together to try to complete a strategic arms treaty before President Reagan leaves office.
The first summit deals are done, but there's no sign of the really big breakthrough they all want.
Prison reform, the offenders who will do hard labor in the community instead of going behind bars.
Opponents of Pakistan's president accuse him of reimposing martial law by not setting a date for a new election.
And the health scare over supermarket salads. The government says the risk is negligible. Good evening. Mr. Gorbachev today held out to President Reagan the prospect of completing a strategic arms treaty before the president leaves office in 8 months' time. The treaty, halving the number of long-range nuclear weapons, could be ready, said Mr. Gorbachev, if Mr. Reagan made good use of the time remaining to him. The Soviet leader suggested that now was the time for the two men to bang their fists on the table once again to galvanize their negotiating teams to greater efforts. President Reagan replied, "I'll do anything that works." He too was hopeful of a deal before he left office, but said if that wasn't possible, he would tell his successor to carry on until it was signed. Today, the two leaders walked together in Red Square. Tomorrow, they will hold separate